Hey everyone, I am doing a quick review on my experience with movement watches. Now, I don't do review videos. I don't actually do videos at all. The only reason I'm doing this is because all the review videos that are out there right now are reviews of unboxing the watch and maybe wearing it for a day. I personally don't own a ton of watches and change my watch every day and get bored of a watch after a month. I buy a watch and I wear it every day for a year, for however long the watch lasts me. So I wanted to give you guys a review that talked a little bit more about how these watches wear long term. I've owned movement watches for a year and a half now. I own 3. So obviously I've purchased them more than one time. I like the watches. I would recommend the watches. I love that they've got these huge faces. It's a really simple design. So definitely I would recommend buying them, but I think you should know what you're getting with these watches. Now, the watches I've purchased, these are like the basic original watches, and I think they're around $90 Canadian per watch. This is the box that they're coming in now. They used to come in a different style of container with a zipper, but now they're coming in these boxes. And so when it arrives, I've had this watch now for a week and a half approximately, and so you can tell that it's starting to get a little dirty and worn, but you know, it looks pretty good. My only complaint, I think, opening the watch and seeing it like this was that I felt that the leather was a little orangey and kind of fake feeling and foamy feeling, which I don't love. But for the most part, I was very happy with the watch the first time I purchased it. Now, here's my issue with the watches. When I bought my original tanned leather watch, it lasted about 3 months before the date part of the dial. So you pull the dial halfway out to change the date, just stopped working. It could not change the date that way anymore. And there were times when I would literally have to turn the watch. If the date got ahead, I would have to turn the watch by the hour all the way around until I got all the way through the month back to the date that I needed it to be, which was a huge pain in the butt. 2 months, it hadn't dropped, nothing had happened, it just stopped working. The other thing, and I thought it might have just been my original watch that I had gotten, but when I purchased the black watch, the exact same thing, the battery is horrible. So you can expect these watches to just stop working on a regular basis. And I basically wore it because I like the look of the watch and not because I needed to know the time ever. Thank heaven I carry a cell phone, because otherwise I would never actually know if I could rely on these watches. The battery sucks. I don't know, maybe it's not the battery, maybe it has something to do with the watch, how the watch is made. But in both cases, the watch stopped working on a regular basis. This one's dead right now. And I have only owned this one since December. It is September. So and this one died months ago. I haven't worn this for months. It's just been sitting on my dresser because it died. So that would be a huge bad side to the watch. The other thing I didn't like about the watch is very quickly it starts absorbing dirt and sweat, the leather. And what happened with my original watch was that the sides got totally dark, nasty looking brown really quickly. There was a while where I thought, I don't know if I can actually still wear this watch because it looks so trashy. I'm glad I stuck with it because eventually the leather looked the way I liked it. So this is actually the original one I purchased. You can still tell that the edges are darker than the center, but I like the way the leather looks after time. It actually feels like leather now as opposed to this weird foamy orangey colored stuff. This is the exact same watch purchased just over a year apart. My other complaint about it is that very quickly on this watch, let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. Can you see all those hour markers sitting in the bottom of the face? They pop off. The first one popped off probably 5 months into owning this watch, and by the time I stopped wearing it, which was just over a year of owning the watch, 4 of them had popped off, which is a huge pain in the butt. I don't want to walk around with some like thing dangling around inside. And only after a year of use, I don't even know like if it's worth repairing this for a $90 watch. But so those are my complaints about the watch. If you don't care about spending $90 on a watch that maybe isn't going to be super reliable, you wear it for style. I know it sounds stupid. It's a watch. You want it to be reliable, but you just can't trust them, unfortunately. And if you don't care about little things like the way the leather absorbs your sweat, or if you don't care about the date dial not working anymore, or the hour markers popping off, then great, this is the watch for you. It is only $90, and I have sensitive skin, so I can't wear cheap watches. I get allergic reactions to the metal. I have no allergic reactions to these. And now, I will say, Movement has a new feature on their watches with these little tiny levers so that you can remove the straps and you can replace the straps. So that actually is an improvement, because this thing right here just destroyed pretty quickly. These are really flimsy. So first the lining came out, and now it's just like this single stitch that's barely holding it together. Totally useless. I don't know why I'm even recommending that you buy these, but if they're uploading videos to YouTube and deleting the negative comments, obviously Movement is not interested in anyone giving an actual review of their product. They only want to push what's positive. I uploaded a picture of this original watch onto Instagram, and I still, a year and a half later, get notifications from people liking the photo or commenting on the photo and how good the watch looks. Every time you go to their profile, they're an employee of Movement who's obviously promoting their product. That's great. I don't blame them for that. But as soon as something negative is said about their product, it's deleted from online. I don't think that's fair. So I purchased these all with my own money, and I have the right to say anything I want about them. So there you go. If you're looking to buy a fairly inexpensive watch that I think looks really, really good, I would recommend these. But keep in mind, there are flaws. The quality isn't very good. You're getting what you're paying for. And don't expect these watches to really last you more than a year as an everyday watch. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Leave whatever comment you want below. I promise I won't delete it. Have a good one.